Pragmatically speaking, supporting nationals seems the way to go. It costs substantially less and seems to bring more bang for your buck, right? That seems like good stewardship. But what looks like good stewardship to us might look entirely different to God. A lady once broke a costly box and poured the even more valuable perfume over Jesus' head. A year's wages down the drain. The poor could have been fed. What a waste! But Jesus, surprisingly to us perhaps, disagreed. The cost wasn't what mattered. What pleased him is what mattered. Could this also be his mindset in relation to missions giving? Here are some things to consider about this topic. 1, the obedience and health of the local church depends on us sending our own. The easiest thing for affluent people to do is write a check. Jesus said to go, and we can't buy our way out of fulfilling the Great Commission. When we obey his commission, the result is local churches who learn to obey no matter the sacrifice. Lots of sad goodbyes and belt-tightening budget discussions will ensue for the sake of the gospel. Some local Ukrainian churches wear their coats in the service so they can spend their money on gospel partnerships, not worship warmth. This kind of sacrifice mirrors Mary anointing the feet of Christ. 2, when we send our most treasured leaders, we'll be compelled to raise up new disciples and train new leaders. When we send people like Paul and Barnabas, we'll be pushed to new spiritual growth and space to train new leaders. 3, the obedience and health of the universal church. Nationals should be caring for their own and going to various people groups that they might reach in ways that we can't. It is paternalistic to treat churches around the world like they can't do the Great Commission without us. Every church everywhere needs to be sending missionaries. One author has encouraged us to ask these questions. Will our giving stimulate or discourage local giving? Will it create unhealthy dependency on foreign dominance or help the church mature and become self-sustaining? Will competition and jealousy arise among believers vying to secure coveted paid positions in a land of hunger? 4, it is argued that nationals already know the language and culture, but that assumes the nationals will stay where they are. Half of the world's population is still out of reach of the gospel. Ultimately, someone needs to cross cultures and reach the unreached. Someone needs to cross those language and culture barriers to minister to the remaining 5,000 unreached people groups. 5, if the national did not come cheap, would you still argue for supporting nationals? What if it took $180,000 a year to support a local worker? There are many places in the world where the cost of living is much higher than the USA. So stop for a minute and reassess. Maybe the costly perfume poured out is good stewardship after all, for all churches everywhere.